I am on a mission to keep fit. It is really important that we keep fit as humans because God gave us our bodies, so it's our duty to look after them well. By staying healthy and fit, it will help our bodies stay well and grow stronger. You can stay fit by doing all sorts of things. It doesn't just have to be loads and loads of sit-ups that get really boring, or maybe even lots and lots of press-ups where you fall flat on your face. This month in your packs you will have received some task cards that we want you to have a go at doing. These are fun fitness ideas to get your heart rate up. It includes jumping like a frog everywhere you go, and then you can write what your favourite animal is and what you thank God for. My favourite animal is a giraffe. Flap like a bird. What's your favourite bird? Mine's a flamingo because it's pink. And then wibble wobble dance like a jelly. And as you can see, I had a bit too much fun doing this. Probably more than I should have. Once you've finished with all the tasks, you can get one of your stickers and put them on the back to say you've completed it. And also in the pack there will be a lovely shiny medal for you and a certificate. Another way of keeping fit is running. Lots of people like running. And I'm actually preparing myself for a running race right now. And I tend to take lots of things with me. So in my bag, I've got a CD player because I found out that if I listen to music, I can run faster. I've got drinks and snacks in case I get hungry or thirsty. You don't want to run on an empty stomach. I'm also going to bring my umbrella just in case it starts to rain. I don't want my hair getting wet. And I'm going to bring a beach chair just in case I get tired and need a little sit down on my way. It's bound to happen. And of course my first aid kit in case I injure myself. So now I am fully prepared for my run. So it's time for the big race. On your marks, get set, go!
3 hours later.
Oh, I didn't do very well in that race. I was really slow compared to my opponent. I wonder why that was. Probably because I was carrying that bag with all of that stuff in it. And maybe it was weighing me down a little bit. It's a bit like in life sometimes. We're all carrying extra baggage on us that weighs us down. Maybe like our worries or things that upset us, and maybe even sin. Sin is things where we disobey others, we're selfish, or we lie, or maybe hurting other people. And this will really weigh us down. Committing sins takes all our time and energy and takes our focus off of God. And this will eventually slow us down and weigh us down in our race of life. Whilst there are things that we need to get rid of that will slow us down, there are some things that may help. Like we need a pair of trainers on our feet to run well, so why not try designing your own pair of trainers with the scratchy trainers? It's also important that we eat healthily in order to stay healthy and fit. So why not make one of these fun magnets and stick it on your fridge as a reminder to eat healthily. Sometimes it is harder than you think not to sin. You learn as you go, and you have to train your body to lead a good life and practice listening to God and doing the right thing in order to get to His finish line. It's just like playing a sport, I guess, or running the race. You have to train for it to be good at it and eventually get to that finish line. Here's someone who might be able to give us a few tips about training to be good at a sport. Meet Dan. So Dan, what do you do for a job?
I play football.
Ah, very interesting job. Do you have to train a lot for this, or has playing football come naturally to you?
I definitely have to train a lot. I train about 4 or 5 times a week, including 1 or 2 games, and then also do about 3 gym sessions. But I've had to work very hard over the years.
That must be tiring. So to train a lot, you must have to be really healthy to keep fit.
Yeah, I mean, I eat really well. And it's also not just important as me as a footballer, but also important for kids when they're growing up as well to eat really healthily.
So because you're doing this all the time, you must have some bad days at football.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a lot of bad days, to be honest, probably a lot more than good, but it's definitely worth it for the good. But when I'm having those bad times, I just need to put it aside and get on with the game and make sure I can do the best I can in the game.
So do you have any tips for all of us running our race?
The big one for me is probably to never give up running your race, and whatever you're trying to achieve, you can't let anything distract you in what you want to do with yourself, because if it's going to weigh you down, then it's really not going to help you, and you need to do the best for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Bible says a huge cloud of witnesses are around us, so let us throw anything off that stands in our way, any sin that holds onto us so tightly, and let us keep on running the race that's marked out for us by Jesus. So we've got to put down all of the things that may weigh us down and focus on that race that God has marked out for us.
Why don't you try to run your own race? You could get an adult to help you mark out 20 big steps and then time how fast you can run and tell us how quick you were. Get someone to stand at the side and wave your flags that are one of your crafts this month to support you along. You should know there are so many people who are supporting you along in your race, especially all the team at Messy Church. We are your cloud of witnesses.
You all have a race in this life, and you all have a purpose. Your purpose is all of your different talents. You're all put here for a reason, and you've all got your own race to run.
So be on your mark. Focus and put anything down that may weigh you down, and go and win that race for Jesus.